In this video, I'm going to show you the different types of questions that may come in your IELTS reading. First of all, you will find the ebook of IELTS here in your BLC course. If you click on the IELTS book 1, you will find this page. First of all, I want to tell you that in every Cambridge IELTS book, there are 4 tests. And in every test, you will find listening, speaking, reading and writing section. And in every test, you will find reading and writing materials. Our focus will be this one. Now, there are 14 IELTS books. Right now, we are going to start from the book 1. If you go to this book, you will find this kind of pages. First of all, we'll directly go to our reading section. What is our reading section? In every reading practice, you will find 3 passages together. For example, I would like to show you that 3 passages together. For example, this is practice number 1, reading passage number 1. And you will get 60 minutes to complete 3 passages and write down 40 question answers. So it's not that easy to find out all the 40 question answer in just 60 minutes. You can spend at least 20 minutes for every passages for the IELTS exam. But if you spend 20 minutes for all the passages, sometimes it is not possible for you to actually find out all the answers, because number 3 passages is the longest one and you will need to be actually spend more minutes on that passage. And in every passage you will find that nearly about 200 to 300 words. The first passage is the smallest one, second is a little bit longer than the first one, and third one is longer than the longest one actually. But what we'll talk about? We'll talk about the types of questions that may come here. First of all, this passage. You need to actually go for this kind of information in the passage. You can spend 20 minutes on question 1 to 15. That means you have 15 questions from reading passage 1 based on the reading. First question type is, this is your first question number 1 to 8. You need to read the question very, very clearly. What did it say? It is complete the summary below, choose your answers from the box at the bottom of the page and write down them in boxes on your answer sheet. The IELTS answer scripts are very different from our exam script. Our exam script will be actually same like our empty blank page, but it is not that blank page. So in our exam, what will come? The first of all, I'm going to about our exam. In our exam, you will find 2 or 3 passages together. Okay, for the midterm examination, there are 15 questions that I have already discussed. So in these 15 questions, you will have nearly about at least 2 passages. And for the final examination, you might have 2 to 3 passages together. So you will get more minutes in our examination rather than IELTS exam. So don't worry about it. So first is that you need to spend a few minutes for these questions, and this note is very important. There are more words than the spaces, so you will not use them all. So this is a fill in the blank question type. So there are a list of words, and using these words you need to fill all these gaps. So one note is that there are more words. That means there are 8 gaps you need to fill, but here nearly about 15 words are there. So you will not use all the words to fill the gaps. Rather, you may use any of the words more than once. So keep remember that one. So first type of question is fill in the gaps. There might have clues sometimes, there might not have clues. So when there are clues, you need to use the clues to fill the gaps using the information from the passage. When you do not have the clues, you need to fill the gaps using the information from the passage. But how we will use the passage or what are the techniques, we'll discuss it in later part of our next video, not here. Here we will only focus on our types of questions. The second type of questions it's like a match heading type of questions. It's like if you go to this part, you will see that there are a few number of statements are given. What is our question? Look at the following notes have been made about the matches described in reading passage 1. So you need to match A to H with the description and write your answers from 9 to 15. Here I want to mention that, and it is very clear, it's very important that you need to know question whatever the statements are there in numbering form. That means number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 15. These are your questions. And A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, these are your clues. Always keep remember that one. So your question is number 9 to 15 here, and A to H is your clues. And this is the general rule for the IELTS, all the question paper, for the listening, for the reading, for the writing, all these types. So here is also another note is that there are more matches than the description, so you will not use them all. So again, for example, number question, this is your statement, and this with using the information from the passage you have found that number D is your answer. So number 9 answer is D. If you just write like this way, it will be easy and you will get your marks. So number 10 answer is for example F. Number 12 answer is for example H. Here another word has been mentioned is that you may use any match more than once. That means number D can be go with number 12 and number 13 both. But it's not necessary you have to use number D or something, any match more than once. It's not necessary. But using the information from the passage, you can decide what you need to do. So we'll discuss it in later on as well. So that is another type of question. Number 2, that is match heading type of questions. So another type of question we may come is that it's our yes, no, not given or true, false type of questions. Here again 16 to 22 is your questions. As I have told earlier that these are your numbering options are your questions. What is yes, no, not given? Yes means if this statement is agrees with the information from the passage or agrees with the writer, you can write yes. If the statement disagrees with the information from the passage, that is no. If this information is not given in the passage, you should write not given. What does it mean actually? For example, in the passage it has been mentioned that my father is a businessman. If the statement says that my father is a businessman, so write yes, or sometimes you can or true. If it is written as true, write true. If it is written as yes, write yes. Here another statement is saying that my father is a doctor, so it contradicts with the information from the passage, so you should write no. Okay, got it. Next, another statement like the can be like this way that my mother is a businessman. So you do not have any kind of information about your mother in the passage, for example. So how can you say that my mother is a businessman? My father was businessman, that is true. My father is not doctor, that is also true. But how can you say that out of these two information you cannot say that my mother is a businessman? So it cannot be true, it cannot be false, but it can be the information is not given in the passage. So you should write not given. So that is another type of question. When it is no or false, you should not write the correct sentence. So you just write only yes or no. For example, the 18 number question is saying that it is no. So you need to go to your script and write only no. That's the answer. So if you write just no, you will get your mark. No need to write the correct answer. So that's another type of question. Number 4 type of question is that Multiple choice question answer. So you are familiar with this kind of questions, isn't it? Okay, so let's have a look at it. So one question will be there and you will have four options. You will choose only one option, which one is correct. For example, number 23, that number A is correct. So you need to just go to your paper and just write number A answer is correct. That's all. You will get your mark. So don't worry about it. So multiple choice question answer, that's very, very easy. This is another kind of question. It's not actually another kind of a question. It is already we have discussed it. It is a match hiring type of questions. So number A, B, C, D, what we have told you earlier. Yes, you guessed it right. That is our clues. That's not our question. Okay, so you'll find all your questions later on. These kind of questions may come. A chart or table or table or a diagram, these things may come in our question paper. So what will you do? It's like a fill in the gaps type of questions. So you will use the words using the information from the passage and let's fill the gaps. One important note here is that you can use no more than 3 words. These words are very important. So in every space, you cannot use more than 3 words. You can use 2 words or you can use 1 word, but not more than 3 words. Keep remember of this one. And these are the things also the same. We'll discuss this in later on. Also, we might have a kind of a questions like flowchart question. Flowchart is also like this fill in the gaps type of question. We'll practice this kind of questions in our practice session. And all for this today, and all for this about types of questions that may come our reading session. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much.